Clint.com, and of course the House of Biceps. Had a question that came in the other day through the Facebook.coms the other day, and I almost never ever answer questions that come in through the Facebooks on the .coms because most of those questions are kind of crazy, and I get about 300 a day. Couple of weirdos here and there. There was a discussion over on the Facebooks the other day that did get my attention and warranted an answer to this question. In fact, one individual who I guess is supposedly an online coach, I'm guessing, began a thread over on the Facebooks essentially saying, hey, if you hire me as an online coach and you don't do everything that I tell you to, then you can just get lost. Which sparked the question from this individual, Clint, what is the difference between an online coach and a professional online coach? You know, I actually fall into the category of being a professional online coach. The large majority of the money that comes into my household from my online coaching abilities. If I suck at it, then my family does not eat. For the majority of the people doing online coaching that are advertising it on the internets, on the Instagrams, on the Twitters, on the Facebooks, this is extra money. This is so they can get an extra pizza or do something extra fun every month. For me, this is so I can eat, so I can provide for my family. So I take this very seriously. But when it comes down to an actual coach and what he demands of his clients, well, that's where things get a little mixed up. You know, a lot of people think it is very odd that I'm able to get results. Actually, they find it impossible that I am able to get results out of a client that I have not and will not ever see face to face. That I cannot make corrections on the go. I cannot touch them, I cannot feel them, I cannot yell at them exactly while they are lifting. Yet I can still manage to get results. And that's a skill. Another skill of the professional online coach is being able to manage a large number of athletes at a given time. Just because you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 athletes that you are working with, it is completely different than managing the 30 to 60 that I work with at any single given time and getting results out of each and every one of them. Having correspondence with each and every one of them whenever they need it. Making sure that they get their training programming, their reviews, and any and every single thing they possibly need exactly when they need it. And that it's correct. And that is a skill. But beyond that, let's forget everything that we know about powerlifting and strongman and weightlifting, all of these little fringe sports that we take part in. Let's think about a sport or a series of sports that we know something about. Now, quite a few of us follow football, the soccer football, and basketball, big sports. Now, when a university or a general manager, whoever, brings in a coach, a new coach to be the head coach of his team, he looks at that coach and the style that that coach likes to coach. What kind of players does he like? What kind of ball does he play? Is he offensive? Is he defensive? Is he aggressive? Is he conservative? Does he shoot the three or does he drive? Does he teach the fundamentals or does he focus on the flash and flair? Is he the kind of coach that gets great players and then gets them to the NBA? But what is very interesting is after they hire this coach that is known for a certain style of play, that coach has to actually get in the game and work. And the reason that coach will or will not make big bucks, the reason that coach will or will not continue to have that job, to maintain his or her reputation and continue to stick with that university, with that club, with that group, or with that client for a long period of time is his ability to look at whatever situation steps in front of them and to know what to change to find a solution. Now, is Clint just going off on some kind of tyrant rampage? Heck yeah, I love doing that. But here's my point. I work with a lot of clients all the time, and each one of them is like being a teacher in a classroom. A large part about being a teacher isn't sitting down with a plan and a program and having your skill book that you're going to work on with your group of kids that day. So much of being a teacher is just managing what are you going to do when things go wrong. Can you anticipate things going wrong before they actually go wrong? And then when they do go wrong, how do you handle that? It isn't so much planning for the right, it's planning for what's going to go wrong and having the answers and the solution when things do go wrong. And if you're someone like me who deals with a lot of clients, very similar to a teacher in a classroom, I expect that when I give a client a list of things to do that week, they're going to follow a large part of what I tell them to do, and they're going to make mistakes. They're going to fall off the wagon. The coach who only knows how to play one style of ball, the coach who only knows how to stand on the sidelines and hand out the plays to the athletes is completely different than the coach that knows what to do when everything goes wrong. He is completely different from the coach who can assess the situation and know something is going to go wrong before it happens so that they can make corrections and be prepared to deal with the collateral damage. That is a professional coach. So if you, Mr. Online Facebook Coach, if you cannot deal with the fact that your athletes that are paying you are not going to do exactly every detail of what you were telling them to do to the letter, then maybe they should leave. Maybe they should find a different coach. Maybe they should find a professional coach.